just for the record, Colleen, for those of you who don't know, Colleen was voted the most talkative in our class at high school in 1999. I was not, so I'm going to give this my best try. I'm Casey. I'm Colleen's matron of honor. I've known Colleen since 7th grade when we were both tours at East Slope Middle School. I know speeches like this are supposed to be heartfelt and funny and full of really good stories like Adam's was. So in preparation for tonight, I went to my parents' house and I went in their basement and I pulled out my box of stuff from middle school and high school. Remember, not that we're that old, but this is before texting or emailing. So Colleen and I used to handwrite notes to each other all the time, and I actually kept them. And I went through them and I was like, oh my gosh, I'm sure there's good stories in there. And I went through all the notes, and shocker, Colleen and I weren't that interesting. Instead of notes about parties and boys and shenanigans, our notes were about homework and taking a nap on the couch. And, sometimes we'd go in the hot tub and read English and vocab words to each other. We were pretty cool. So, yeah, the problem was those notes failed to reveal anything that I could really talk about tonight. And I started to have a freak out to my husband. I was like, what am I going to say at this wedding? How can I pay tribute to this woman who watched Little Women with me a million times on the couch, a few hundred times? And then I realized that we didn't need these amazing stories to form the basis of our friendship. Our friendship was about just hanging out and talking about nothing. And I know you don't want to hear me talk about nothing, but that's kind of what Colleen and I talk about. After college, Colleen and I found each other roommates. We weren't just friends, we were living together, which is a whole other thing. And Colleen and Maddie weren't dating yet. Maddie was just this guy who would come over and drum on our coffee table, and drum in our kitchen, and drum on the walls. He would just drum on anything. And I remember there was just one time that my now husband, I was just dating him at the time, was over and he pulled me aside and was like, who is this dude that's following you guys around in the room? And I'm like, oh, it's Maddie. I'm like, they're like friends, it's nothing, get over it. And sure enough, like a year later in 2006, Colleen comes to me and she's like, Maddie and I are going to go on a date. And I was like, we reached that level, we're dating our friends. Okay, good luck. She comes home and he's like, oh, it's not going to work. And I was like, yeah, I know, it's not going to work. I could have told her that. And then sure, a couple weeks later, she didn't really tell me, but they went on another date. And obviously, the rest is history. 4 years later, they've gone to grad school together. They've had a son, Max. For those of you that don't know, here, oh my gosh. They've had a whole lot of wine, and here we are tonight celebrating your love. And Maddie wrote a really nice card to Colleen today, and I won't say all of it, but he did mention that they have a really perfect love, and I think all of us can agree that their love is based on friendship, and now it's blossomed into man and life, and it is wonderful, and we're also happy to be here with you today. I'm not done yet. Colleen's only instruction to me when she asked me to be matron of honor was to do a speech that would make her cry, but not make her cringe. Apparently she's worried I would tell you something. I'm not, but I'm over there at table 5. If you I have lots of good stories. You too, Maddie. I probably have some stories you don't even know about. Over there.
But sex works too.
Oh, that did too. But overall, I consider Colleen a sister because she's a sister who returns all of my calls, even when she's in the operating room. She'll call me back and be like, is everything okay? I'm in the OR. And I'm like, really, go save some lives. It's okay. It can wait till later. She's also a sister who was there for me the entire time I was in labor with my daughter. She was there. She was a better labor coach than my husband, I think. So, sorry, I would do anything for. And I'm lucky because up to today, I really never had to share you with anybody. I always kind of had you to myself. But it's okay. I will pick Cincinnati today because I know I couldn't share you with anybody better, and he will take such good care of you. So I hope that even after many years have gone by, you guys will always have a space for me on your couch, and we can watch the women. And everybody, raise your glass and cheers to Colleen and Matt.
Cheers.